Happy Monday, this is Dawn Connors at Mortgage One, and I am so excited to bring you this information today. We're going to be talking about how to maximize your appraised value when the appraiser goes out to the house. So before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to this video channel. That would be wonderful for me and wonderful for you too, because I put out great information, up to date, top edge on mortgage lending, on financing, on everything you need to know for buying a home, whether it's a primary residence, investment property, second home, or multifamily. Let's get started. So, an appraiser, you're the listing agent, you're getting ready to send out, the appraiser's getting ready to come out to the house to appraise the property. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your client has decluttered their house, there's no dishes in the sink, the place is clean, pretty clean, and we are ready to go for a good appraiser. No matter what you say, no matter what we say, the appraiser doesn't pay attention to those things of messiness and clothes on the floor. You know, an appraiser does have to mark the condition of the home, C1 through C5, with C5 being the best condition. And if it's really in disarray, they're most likely thinking that the house isn't in great shape, meaning you're not draining the water tank and keeping up on the roof and keeping up properly on the maintenance. So it is a good idea to have that house decluttered and to make sure that it is in good shape and nice and clean for the appraiser. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, make sure that you have the purchase agreement package for the appraiser with the appropriate addendums on the top. So if there's been any changes to the purchase price or seller concessions, that is on the top. It is true that your lender will send out the purchase agreement package to the appraiser before they come out to the house, but oftentimes, sometimes we don't get those change addendums, and the appraiser misses it because they didn't see it. It's a great idea as a secondary to have that purchase agreement with those change addendums on the top. And if you have any type of marketing listing sheet, include that as well so that they can see the features of the house, the square feet, and everything like that. The third thing is to have the square feet defined for them. So if there's a discrepancy through the township or the municipality and you have a previous appraiser or you've done measurements to the house, to walk the appraiser through that and to show them the changes that the discrepancies between what the municipality says and what the actual square feet is. The next thing that is super helpful is to have a list of updates that had been done. Let's say there was a new roof put on, a new hot water tank, new flooring, new windows, whatever those updates are, what was done, approximate date that they were done, and if you know the cost of those updates, that would be helpful too. That appraiser can give value and can give assistance to the appraisal if there's a new deck put on, if there's something that's changed. It's a good idea to list those and to have a list of those improvements with the appropriate cost. It does make a difference. And finally, if there's a comparable that has not yet closed and you know that it's closing soon and it would represent a good representation to the house, don't be afraid to share that with your lender and maybe postpone the appraisal for a few days until that comparable closes. Because the truth is, once an appraiser walks through that house, that is the inspection date. So if there's any houses that have closed after that date, that appraiser cannot use those as closed comparables in the appraisal report. So if you know of something that's hot and something that's coming, please have us wait until that deal closes and then have the appraiser do his walkthrough or her walkthrough after that. That is super helpful, and that does make a difference. It does change value. So finally, the last thing I want to say is it is really helpful for you to have this package for the appraiser and for you to meet the appraiser at the house. If you're the listing agent, you can bring that to the house with you and just say to the appraiser that you need to be the one to let them in the house. If you are not able to be there, selling agents, you can also be there and provide the same information. It is useful to help the appraiser through the process without being pushy pushy and without being disrespectful. Appraisers do appreciate great information when it's done tastefully and respectfully. I know some appraisers can be arrogant and pompous, so it's important to be respectful to them and to share great information that you have in a humble way, and that usually is well received. So that's my tip for today. If you have questions because your appraised value has come in low, I have a video on what to do when the appraised value is low for financing. So you can check that out in my channel as well. And it's true, values are increasing quickly, and so there are some shortages coming through on appraisals. So it's important to know these little tips that'll carry you over to a safe ending and a happy closing. This is Dawn Connors at Mortgage One, providing you fantastic mortgage solutions. Thanks for watching. Bye.